और अब अपने दर्शकों को हम सीधे लंदन लेकर चलते हैं। इन्वेस्ट इन मध्य प्रदेश, यानी निवेशकों के लिए कार्यक्रम हो रहा है कि वो मध्य प्रदेश में आए और निवेश करें। ग्लोबल इन्वेस्टर समिट जो फरवरी 2025 में होना है, भोपाल में होना है, उसके लिए यहाँ के इन्वेस्टर्स को आमंत्रित करने के लिए मध्य प्रदेश के चीफ मिनिस्टर डॉक्टर मोहन यादव पहुंचे हुए हैं। लंदन से ये सीधी तस्वीरें देख रहे हैं। हमारे 3 संवाददाता हर अपडेट लंदन से आपको सबसे पहले पहुंचा रहे हैं। लंदन और जर्मनी 2 देशों की यात्रा पर मुख्यमंत्री हैं, वो कुछ कह रहे हैं, जरा सुनते हैं। मध्य प्रदेश की तरफ से ही कुछ वक्तव्य दिया जा रहा है, वो क्या कह रहे हैं, सुनते हैं उनको।
It is 225 rupees on an average monthly rental per square feet as compared to 60 rupees that we pay in Indore, which is far lower than that. Cost of living, again you would see that it is far below comparing to any other cities in the country. You talk about the pollution index, again we are very low as compared to other cities. You talk about traffic commute index, the time that you have to take from one place to another is the least in most of the Madhya Pradesh cities compared to any other towns. These are the issues, and if you talk about a small comparison between the UK or London, if you see, in most of the things Indore would be as compared to as London in purchasing power, only where you have the least property, but otherwise safety index, healthcare index, climate index, traffic commute index, pollution index, but where Indore leads is cost of living. It's far low than what you probably experience in London. If you talk about cost of HR, it is far below if you talk about UK. So given these advantages, which are non-financial advantages, if we now go to the financial incentives that the government of Madhya Pradesh gives through its policy, you would be surprised to see that we not only give a rebate on purchase of land, so much that the guidelines, which are the government rates, we give rebate up to 75%. We give capex assistance, whereby we give 25% up to that kind of assistance is given. Interest assistance of 6% is given. Stamp duty waiver is there. There are other incentives, and for the first time, Honorable CM has been very kind to distinguish between IT, ITS, and ESDM, and also the data center. He said that IT is different, ITS is different than ESDM, and the requirements are different for the data centers, and that is why, if you see our policy, it talks about different incentives being given to the different industry sector. So when we talk about data center, it gives, it considers that the energy is a raw material, and because of which there is a 2 rupees rebate on the electricity power charges in the data center. When we talk about ESDM, there are issues where we fund the patenting, we fund skilled manpower, the certification and others. And if you see how it works out onto the ROI, you would be surprised that if you invest $10 or pounds or rupees, or maybe 10 million pounds, you get back 2.8 million pounds back from Madhya Pradesh government through the incentives that we provide in ITIS. If you talk about data centers, if you invest 10 million pounds, what you get back is 4.7 million pounds. If you talk about ESDM units, you invest 10 million pounds and what you get is 5.5 million pounds back as an incentives given by the state government. And we talk about the developers, the only policy in the country which says that if you are a developer, you are not an ITS industry, but you are a developer and you create infrastructure. There also, if you invest 10 million pounds, what you get is 2.5 million pounds back on your development. No other policy in the country gives this kind of incentive, and you would see that as a business, you would realize that you will look at the ROI, and from day one when you invest the money in Madhya Pradesh, you are ROI positive and you can be sure of the success that you can achieve. And on top of this, if you make an investment of 20 million pounds in ITS, Honorable Chief Minister is chairing that committee which gives you incentive over and above these incentives which are already part of the policy. If you make an investment of 30 million pounds, you get an additional incentives based on what you are asking for, whether it is in terms of power, whether it is in terms of land rebates or any other kinds of incentives that you expect from the government of Madhya Pradesh, Honorable Chief Minister looks into this and is able to give you an additional advantages over and above beyond the policy mentions it. And in case of data center, if you make an investment of 50 million pounds, you get back the additional incentives. Now, with these kind of incentives, we are also coming out with the ABGC policy. It's already draft is published. We are finalizing it very soon. We have got very good remarks and in fact the inputs from the industry. And some of you would be aware of some of those names which have seen the day of light, and they are very popular in Western world also. The Jungle Book is motivated by Madhya Pradesh, the Mowgli days. If you talk about Ninja Hattori, a cartoon film, it is being developed in Madhya Pradesh. If you talk about Purple Terror, which is the overall in the country, it is done, animation is done in Madhya Pradesh. If you talk about multiple OTT movies that you see, particularly the Indian diaspora who sees this, they are all being shot because of this. There is huge amount of interest in ABGC policy. And if you see on top of this, we have identified that talent, capital, and the technology are the key cornerstone for ABGC policy. Coupled with the film making policy of the government of Madhya Pradesh, you would realize that it is much beneficial to be establishing and doing animation works, gaming works, cartoon works in Madhya Pradesh, and you would be surprised that most of the small startups that are taking shape in and around India, they are being housed in Madhya Pradesh because of very attractive policy. So this is the opportunity, either in IT, ITS, ESDM or ABGC, that you are most welcome to come and invest in Madhya Pradesh and be a part of this journey, which is what we call as an exciting new journey to invest in Madhya Pradesh. And soon we are coming out with a policy of GCC also. So here is what we want to say before you, that if you are getting invested in Madhya Pradesh, you can be sure of your success, and we believe that together we can progress and make this world much more a better place. Thank you very much for giving a big interview.
Thank you, Mr. Dubai, for an entertaining and thought-provoking presentation. It is my distinct honor to welcome Mr. Samik Basu, a respected industry leader and a key figure in driving global healthcare innovation as part of Clini Supplies UK. Clini Supplies, headquartered in the United Kingdom, stands as a global leader in medical and healthcare products. With the state-of-the-art manufacturing facility in the Indo region, the organization has made significant contributions to both the healthcare sector and the local economy of Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Basu's expertise and leadership have been instrumental in steering Clini Supplies towards growth and excellence, ensuring a strong emphasis on quality, innovation and sustainability. Today, we are privileged to have him share his insights on industry trends, challenges and opportunities, particularly in the healthcare manufacturing sector, a field that holds immense promise for both Madhya Pradesh and the global market. Sir, we are delighted to have you with us and look forward to your valuable perspectives. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Samik Basu. The stage is yours, sir.
Good afternoon, Honorable Chief Minister Dr. Mohan Yadav sir, Honorable dignitaries, thank you for this opportunity. What I'd like to do is actually share our experience as Clini Supplies investing in MP. That's a kind of what have we been through and what our journey has been. 25-year-old company headquartered in Watford, right? We manufacture medical devices, catheters, urine bags, enema kits, etc. We have a front-end presence. UK and Ireland are our main markets, but we also sell and serve patients in Germany and Finland. On the back-end side, we have a factory in the UK, but we also have factories in China and India, and we operate a global capability center that's currently split across Bangalore and Indore, right? Now, Clini Supplies and India itself go back to about 2015. We started by outsourcing our accounts payable process with 3 heads in Bangalore, right? Today, we run a full factory. We employ about 300 people, and we have our global capability center currently houses about 35 heads, right? But what brings me here today then? About 18 months back, we were actually looking to expand our manufacturing presence, and we are actually owned by a large US financial sponsor. Given the geopolitics between India and China, between US and China, India became a natural choice to actually expand our footprint. With the help of Invest India, we looked at multiple options, finally zoning in on Vikram Udyogpuri as our preferred location. Right now, for a lot of you would have heard about the infamous kind of Indian bureaucracy. If you're standing where I am, you've probably faced it over the last 10 years. But what I can say is, dealing with the MP government and MPIDC has been a breath of fresh air, right? And I want to leave with you probably two, very specific experiences that hopefully give you confidence in dealing with MP. So the first was on our land acquisition. We today have about 5 acres of land. We're investing about 80 crores in phase 1, which is between last year and March of 26, and phase 2 has about another 70-80 crores earmarked between March 26 and March 28. Now, when we started our project, we started with about 2.5 acres of land to make medical devices, which we sell here. But quickly, as we got into our detailed engineering phase, we realized that the land wasn't enough, right? Now, you would think, our consultants, we got into a tizzy. The good part was, cradle to grave, getting an additional piece of land from the day we requested it, all the way to registration and getting possession of the land was less than 8 weeks, right? We were lucky that the land next door was available, but this shows kind of the support we've had from MPIDC and the MP government, right? And that's a real hand experience, right? The other one, again, as we started mobilizing on our site, what we realized is that the last mile connectivity, given it was a greenfield site, on the electricity wasn't there, right? Now our consultants were typically expecting a 3-month turnaround from request to actually getting connectivity on the site. It took us less than 3 weeks, right? So those are kind of our real life experiences in dealing with Madhya Pradesh government, MPIDC and Invest India. And all I can say is we've had a really tremendous positive experience in MP, and I would encourage all of you, if you're looking to invest in India, MP is a very, very strong contender. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your inspiring and insightful speech, sir. It is with immense pride and privilege that I welcome His Excellency Mr. Vikram K. Doraiswamy, the High Commissioner of India to the United Kingdom, as a distinguished guest of honor for today's session. His Excellency Mr. Doraiswamy is an exemplary diplomat whose illustrious career spans numerous key positions in the government of India. His steadfast commitment to fostering stronger bilateral relationship between India and the UK has not only enhanced trade and investment opportunities, but also deepened the culture and strategic ties between the two nations. As a champion of economic diplomacy, His Excellency has been at the forefront of promoting Indian industry on the global stage and facilitating meaningful collaborations across diverse sectors. His insights today will undoubtedly provide us with a broader perspective on how Madhya Pradesh can leverage its potential to attract global partnerships, particularly from the UK in key areas like manufacturing, technology and innovation. Your Excellency, we are deeply honored by your presence and eagerly look forward to hearing your special address. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to His Excellency Mr. Vikram K. Doraiswamy.
Honourable Chief Minister, thank you very much for your visit here to London. Colleagues from the Government of Madhya Pradesh, Mr. Basu, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for finding the time today to be here with us as we consider the opportunities that Madhya Pradesh offers to businesses from the UK, as well in a range of sectors, as you just heard. I'd like to begin with a little bit of a personal connection here. Some 9 years ago, the Honourable Chief Minister's very distinguished predecessor, currently our Union Minister now, Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, had brought a delegation with him from Madhya Pradesh, many of my colleagues, predecessors in these offices, to South Korea, where I was then ambassador. And at that point of time, the objective was to consider ways in which they could tap into business businesses from Korea and Japan that were looking at expanding into India, which is 9 years ago, ladies and gentlemen, which was, in a sense, in the first year of Prime Minister Modi's government in India, and with the rollout of new measures. All of the points that you heard today from the two senior government officials describing industrial policy and IT policies build upon that sense of an identification of what was necessary, because it wasn't just the solicitation of investments that drove the visit, but it was an opportunity to understand what those governments and those states got right in driving investment and industrialization in those countries. And so what I'm trying to say here essentially is that the government of India, the states in India have learned year on year and have innovated year on year to try and ensure that the offerings that are available for people to be able to do business in India have continually improved. And one statistic that suggests this is the fact that Madhya Pradesh today is among the top 5 states in the ease of doing business rankings, which is one of the metrics that Prime Minister Modi set before himself when he came to power in 2014, which was to make India as a whole an easier place to do business. For those of you who are from India, you know very well that it isn't just the federal government in Delhi that has to take steps to make business work more easily. It requires a detailed and, in many senses, complex partnership with our state governments to make sure that the offerings that the union government is trying to push in terms of making industry or IT leading sectors for development in India, and the work that our states do. And so the role of our state governments, with the energy and dynamism that our state governments bring to the table today, with a state like Madhya Pradesh, you will see that there is an effort now to actually take forward the idea not just of implementing initiatives that come out of Delhi, but actually to compete and be one ahead. In other words, to look at federalism as an opportunity to drive competition among states for your businesses. And I think that is really something that you can see in Madhya Pradesh, in the way that Madhya Pradesh has sought to be not just a state that connects up most of the rest of the country, but a state that takes advantage of that and leads in that regard. So therefore, as you heard, what are Madhya Pradesh's big advantages? The simplest and obvious one is its location. It is connected 360 degrees to every part of India. The areas that drive consumption, the areas that drive the collation of money, the biggest ports, the areas with all of the natural resources. Madhya Pradesh is inevitable if you're looking at the movement of goods and services across India. Second, Madhya Pradesh has, unlike most of our other states, it has considerable capacity to offer you land, electricity and water in a way that very few can. In the sense, it is not at the stage where these are competitively sought and that it is difficult for the state, no matter how business friendly it is, to be able to offer it to you. So Madhya Pradesh is still at that stage where it can definitely make your businesses work through these particularly competitive offers. Third, of course, it has people. It has long had a long tradition of investing in people through education, and therefore it isn't just that you will have highly skilled manpower that will emerge out of Madhya Pradesh, but you also have the opportunity to invest in skilling, in education, and in the technology sectors, because Madhya Pradesh seeks, as you just heard from Mr. Dubey, to be a pioneer not just in IT and IT-enabled services, not just in ESDM, but also in cutting-edge areas of the application of technology, including in audiovisual and gaming services, but also in global capacity and capability centers, GCCs. Third, Madhya Pradesh has long benefited from its unique diversity of offerings, from its outstanding natural parks with the sort of with tigers and other megafauna, but also from its unique natural offerings and as well as its historical offerings. Its collections of forts, palaces, etc. are second to none. And again, it has comparatively a less competitive market, in other words, a market in which there has been less cutthroat competition over developing opportunities for tourism. So if you're really looking at opportunities to develop high quality resorts and hotels, Madhya Pradesh offers you a lot more than most other states can. Madhya Pradesh has a stable polity. It has long been one of the states that has ensured that despite the many advantages that we have across our electoral system, Madhya Pradesh ensures that its policies have continued through year and year, government after government. So you will actually see a consistent effort to make Madhya Pradesh more competitive across businesses. And of course, being a state that has had some 36% of its GDP in agriculture, Madhya Pradesh is at the heart of being able to provide the world with food, quality food products, and because it is, as you heard, one of the states with a fine environment, with an AQI that is lower than most of the rest of the country, you can also be assured of the opportunity to be able to package and supply quality food products across India and to the world. Historically, Madhya Pradesh has been strong on light industry. This is an opportunity for you to look at value add on top of that, as well as the strengths that Madhya Pradesh has developed, including in terms of its heavy industry, petrochemicals, etc. We think, looking at Madhya Pradesh, looking at the way Madhya Pradesh's government has tried to expand its reach across the world, you will find Madhya Pradesh to be one of the best opportunities that exist before you. And I think hearing from Mr. Basu just now should actually give you a sense of why this is a timely opportunity and why you should be looking at Madhya Pradesh, whether it is in the tourism sector, in industry, particularly in the value add that you can find in Madhya Pradesh, in the tech sector, and to be part of India's larger technology boom. But from our perspective, also in education, skilling, and in finding ways in which you can be part of India's extraordinary technology and industry-driven growth. With that, I won't stand between you and the main act for today, which is, of course, our Honorable Chief Minister's address. I sincerely hope that you will find the opportunity to visit Madhya Pradesh, because as you will see, it truly is the heart of India. Thank you very much.
We sincerely thank you, sir, for your thoughtful and impactful words. Your insights are truly valued and respected. It's my greatest honor and privilege to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Mohan Yadav, the Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, to this significant session. Dr. Yadav has been a visionary leader and a tireless advocate for the progress and prosperity of Madhya Pradesh. His leadership has transformed the state into a thriving hub for investment, innovation, and inclusive growth. With a keen focus on empowering industries, enhancing infrastructure, and promoting sustainable development, Dr. Yadav has set an exemplary model of governance and economic planning. Under his dynamic guidance, Madhya Pradesh has achieved remarkable strides in areas such as agriculture, manufacturing, IT, and renewable energy, while fostering a pro-business environment that attracts global and domestic investors alike. We are deeply privileged to have him share his vision with us today through his keynote address. Dr. Yadav's insights and guidance will undoubtedly illuminate the path forward for Madhya Pradesh growth trajectory and inspire all of us to contribute to this shared vision. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a very warm welcome to the Honorable Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Mohan Yadav, sir. The stage is all yours. I also request you all to turn on the translator, please.
इंटरेक्टिव सेशन ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट अपॉर्चुनिटी इन मध्य प्रदेश के इस सत्र में विस्तार से मेरे मित्रों ने आपके बीच सारी बातें रखी है और खास करके इन्वेस्टमेंट के लिए जो डेस्टिनेशन मध्य प्रदेश निकल के आ रहा है, इसके बारे में तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि इतनी सारी बात होने के बाद अभी कुछ बची होगी। जिस क्रम में जिस प्रकार से बात रखी है, और ये बात तो बदलते दौर में अब दुनिया के सामने स्पष्ट हुआ है, यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री के विजनरी व्यक्तित्व के आधार पर हम सब आज जिस दौर में बैठे हैं अधिकांश भरतवंशी हैं, हम सबका अंतर्मन, और वो दौर भी याद होगा 10-20 साल पहले का भारत और आज का भारत। केवल 2014 के बाद से इस प्रकार से एक देश और इस प्रकार की विविधता वाला देश, इतने प्रकार की चुनौतियां, नाना प्रकार के वातावरण और सभी प्रकार के मौसम के कई सारी होनी अनहोनी घटनाओं के बीच, लेकिन इंग्लैंड की और भारत की कई साझी विरासत भी है। और साझी विरासत हमारी राजनीतिक परिस्थितियां, लेकिन उसमें लोकतंत्र का गौरव भी है, जो इंग्लैंड में भी है और भारत में भी है। इंग्लैंड हमारे अपनी विरासत के काल में हमारे तरफ अगर आकर्षित हुआ था तो वो भी व्यापार व्यवसाय कारण था, और उस व्यापार व्यवसाय के आधार पर इंग्लैंड ने अपनी गति प्रगति की। लेकिन उन गति प्रगति के बाद, जब देश की आजादी के बाद यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री ने जिस प्रकार से अभी वर्तमान के माहौल में, और हम सब ये कई सारे घटनाक्रम देखेंगे तो ध्यान में आएगा, कोविड की कठिन काल में ये उदाहरण हम सबके सामने, ऐसी भयावह बीमारी में इतने प्रकार की, जिसमें हेल्थ को लेकर कितनी चुनौतियां थी मध्य प्रदेश और पूरे देश, लेकिन जो उनका नवाचार करने का और नवोन्मेष की जो प्रकार की उनकी मन की भावना और उस पर पकड़ है, बीमारी भी मालूम नहीं थी, इलाज भी मालूम नहीं था, परिस्थितियां भी नियंत्रण में नहीं थी, लेकिन जिस प्रकार से वो डायनामिक लीडर के नाते से जाने जाते हैं, लॉकडाउन इतने बड़े देश में जो कभी शब्द की कल्पना करना ही मुश्किल, कोई एक नगर को लॉकडाउन करते हैं कर्फ्यू में या कभी और प्रकार से तो हालत खराब हो जाती, लेकिन पूरा देश, क्या रेल, क्या बस, क्या सब ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम, मैं समझता हूँ कि वो उनकी विल बताती है कि उनने अपने इस देश को बचाने के लिए जिस प्रकार से काम किया था, और देश को नहीं दुनिया के सामने भारत का नया चित्र लाने के लिए। और हम सब और सौभाग्यशाली हैं जब जिस प्रकार से वो आज के इस दौर में भी, यद्यपि गुट निरपेक्षता की तो हमारी पहचान ये मान के चलो शब्दों से तो पहले भी थी, लेकिन आज रसिया से, अमेरिका से, चाइना से, यूके से, सबके बीच में अपने देश की पहचान बचाना और उसके बीच विकास का पहिया उस गति से चलाना जिसमें बड़े पैमाने पर सबकी आश्वस्ति भी हो, भरोसा भी हो और गति प्रगति भी। आज के इस दौर में मैं ये मान के चलता हूँ कि उसी भारत में जहाँ हम ये मान के चलते थे कि हमारे अवसर कम, इसीलिए तो हम सब लोग भारत से बाहर आकर के आप अपनी अपनी पहचान बनाने में किसी और मार्ग पे आए थे, लेकिन आज आपको अपनी इस व्यवसाय की बढ़ती अपनी रफ्तार में फिर संभावना बड़े पैमाने पर अपने देश में भी है और मध्य प्रदेश में भी मुझे इस बात की प्रसन्नता है। आप भी अवसर को देख रहे हो, समझ रहे हो और बड़े पैमाने पे इन व्यवस्थाओं में जुड़ने का एक रास्ता भी ढूंढ रहे हैं। और जैसे कि अभी हमारे मित्रों ने कहा, सरकार के लेवल पे भी सारी सुव्यवस्थाओं के आधार पर परिस्थितियों में भी नियंत्रण है, शासन में भी पारदर्शिता है, स्पष्टता भी है, संभावना भी है और उससे बढ़कर के पॉलिसियां भी। हमारी इस व्यापार व्यवसाय की एक बड़ी आश्वस्ति इसी प्रकार की है कि हमारी राजनीतिक स्थायित्वता की भावना है। अभी कहीं कोई आपको डाउट नहीं हो सकता। हमसे ज्यादा आप जानते हो कि जिस प्रकार का अभी राजनीतिक नेतृत्व स्थायित्व वाला पूरे देश का है और उसके भरोसे से कई सारी परिस्थितियों के बावजूद भी यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री का चमत्कारी नेतृत्व और आप उससे बढ़कर के उनकी साफ गोई भी है कि अगर एक बार कह दिया तो आप में से सब जानते, दुनिया इधर से उधर हो जाए बात बदलती नहीं। जिस प्रकार से वो अपनी बात को रखते और हम सब, मैं एक राज्य का मुखिया होने के नाते से कह सकता कि राज्य के मुखिया को अगर ये महसूस होता है कि इतनी सारी चुनौतियों में अपना स्थायित्व कैसे चाहिए तो सबसे बड़ा आधार उसका केंद्र होता है, और केंद्र में इस बात की गारंटी रहती कि कोई बात नहीं, अच्छा निर्णय कर लिया, बढ़ो आगे, हम सब देख लेंगे। तो खाली शब्द नहीं, वो एवरेस्ट से ऊंची चट्टान की तरह उनका आश्वस्ति है कि हाँ, वो जो कह रहे हैं उसमें कोई भी चिंता नहीं होती। और व्यापार व्यवसाय को क्या चाहिए? यही तो चाहिए, अन्यथा तो दुनिया के आसपास में आप भी देख रहे हो, जो आहट यूरोप में आ रही है वो एशिया में भी दिखाई दे रही है। व्यापार व्यवसाय ऐसी भयावहता के बीच में नहीं बढ़ सकता, लेकिन ऐसी भयावहता के बीच में भी व्यापार भी बढ़ रहा है और आश्वस्ति भी बढ़ रही है। और शांति की अगर कहीं से आहट आ रही है तो शांति की आहट भी उसी देश से आ रही है, जिसके कारण से उस देश की धाक भी है और साख भी है। वो हमें इस बात का एहसास करा रहा है कि आज सारी चीजों का समाधान अगर कहीं है तो निश्चित रूप से वो सारे प्रश्नों का, उलझे सुलझे प्रश्नों का उत्तर केवल एक, हम सब मिलकर के आज के इस दौर में, जब मैं यहाँ यूके के दौरे बनाने की बात कर रहा था तो हम सीधे यहाँ नहीं आए। यहाँ आने के पहले हमने अपने मध्य प्रदेश की सारी व्यवस्थाओं की स्टडी की और अपने देश के अंदर के राज्यों में भी जो इन्वेस्टर हैं उनको भी बुलाने गए, और मुझे इस बात की प्रसन्नता है, उसका परिणाम निकला। पश्चिम बंगाल जैसे राज्य से भी हमारे पास 10,000 करोड़ के इन्वेस्टमेंट के प्लान हमारे प्रस्ताव को मंजूर करके मध्य प्रदेश से आए। कोयम्बटूर, तमिलनाडु वैसे ही उद्योग व्यापार के लिए अच्छा जाना जाता है, लेकिन रेडीमेड गारमेंट्स से लेकर कई प्रकार की चीजों का, और माइनिंग में हम देश में नंबर बनाए। अपनी खजानों का साफ सुथरे ढंग से नीलामी की जो प्रक्रिया हमने अपनाई वो बड़े पैमाने पर लोगों को आकर्षित कर रही है। और इसीलिए आज मैं यहाँ आपके स्टील किंग मित्तल जी से भी मिला तो उन्होंने भी यहाँ से उस बात को महसूस किया है कि हम भी चाह रहे हैं कि मध्य प्रदेश आए। तो जब आने वाले लोग आ रहे हैं अच्छे ढंग से, तो इसीलिए आज की स्थिति में कल से आज तक आपके बीच में हूँ, और रात को भी देखा, अलग अलग सवेरे भी कई प्रकार के लोगों से मिलने का मौका मिला है। बड़े पैमानों पर सब लोगों ने रुचि भी दिखाई है, और नई टेक्नोलॉजी खास करके हमारे पास इन्वेस्टमेंट का एक बड़ा आधार भी है। इसलिए आपकी नई टेक्नोलॉजी का हमारे अपने प्रदेश में भी स्वागत है, अभिनंदन है। और जिस प्रकार से आप लैंड बैंक की बात मेरे मित्रों ने बताई है, दोबारा दोहराना नहीं चाहूंगा कि आज जमीन की जो उपलब्धता मध्य प्रदेश में, वो महाराष्ट्र में नहीं है। कोयम्बटूर से लेकर बंगाल तक में जिस बात का अभाव, एनर्जी में, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में, बाकी चीजों में भी जिस प्रकार की अनुकूलता है। फूड इंडस्ट्री के मसले पे कल ही बताया मुझे कि यहाँ बड़े पैमाने पर हमारी जो एग्रीकल्चर ग्रोथ रेट है उसके आधार पर बड़ी संभावना है। तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि जब इतनी सारी संभावना है तो हमारी आज की इस बिजनेस के इस वातावरण में उसका कोई सार्थक परिणाम निकलेगा, और उससे बढ़कर के सारी पॉलिसियां सभी सेक्टर में साफ सुथरे ढंग से, लेकिन इन पॉलिसियों से आगे बढ़कर आज हीरा चंदानी जी जो बहुत अच्छी बात बोला, वही थे ना सवेरे, हीरानंदानी, मैं भी बड़ा उनके उस प्रश्न के उत्तर से बड़ा आनंदित था। हमारे अधिकारियों ने कहा कि हम तो हीरानंदानी जी की पहचान तो रियल एस्टेट की, जब वो सेमीकंडक्टर की बात कर रहे थे तो हमारे अधिकारी ने धीरे से पूछा कि आपने इस सेमीकंडक्टर में मन कैसे बनाया? तो उन्होंने कहा मन नहीं बनाया, मैं उसको बहुत देर तक समझ के आया हूँ, बड़ी संभावना अगर है तो सेमीकंडक्टर की चिप में भी है। और इसलिए जब उन्होंने कहा कि आपके यहाँ की कैबिनेट समिति के माध्यम से 100 करोड़ से ऊपर का काम अगर कहोगे तो कैबिनेट से हम उसमें विभिन्न प्रकार के इंसेंटिव देने की बात कर रहे हैं। तो उन्होंने कहा 100 करोड़ तो कम होते, मैं 25,000 करोड़ से ऊपर इन्वेस्टमेंट करने की सोच रहा हूँ। ये जो बात आती है इसी से तो रास्ते निकलते हैं। मुझे लगता है कि आज के इस माहौल में जब ऐसे सुझाव आते हैं, ऐसी हिम्मत होती है, ऐसे प्रस्ताव आते हैं, तो मुझे लगता है कि आज का अपना समय सार्थक होगा। बड़ी संभावना है मध्य प्रदेश में आने वाले समय में। निश्चित रूप से आप सबको मैं आमंत्रण दे रहा हूँ। इन सारी अधिकारियों की बात के बावजूद भी अगर आपके मन में कुछ और शंका हो, कुछ और बात मन में हो जिसको सरकार के लेवल पे हल करना है, इसलिए सरकार के मुखिया होने के नाते मैं स्वयं आपके बीच में भी आया हूँ। लेकिन कुल मिलाकर के हम सब मिलकर के हम अपने अपने क्षेत्र में उन्नति करें, मध्य प्रदेश को हम आगे बढ़ाएं, आपके माध्यम से रोजगार भी पाएं और आप अपने व्यवसाय को बढ़ाओ। इस आमंत्रण के साथ एक बार फिर मैं आपका वंदन करता हूं, अभिनंदन करता हूं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
We sincerely thank you, Honorable Chief Minister, for your enlightening and inspiring speech. Your words and leadership are truly appreciated, sir. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, and dear friends, it's my privilege today to join you for the launch of the 5th edition of the Bharat Khojani Quiz 2024-25, organized by the Government of India. This initiative, running from the 11th November to the 10th December 2024, aims to strengthen the connection between India and its global community by encouraging knowledge and understanding of our nation. The quiz is open to people of Indian origin, non-resident Indians, and even foreign nationals aged 14 to 50 years, with 2 categories for participation: PIOS or foreigners and NRIs. Conducted online, this quiz invites the participants to explore India's rich cultural history and achievements. Celebrating India's heritage and fostering stronger global ties is a meaningful opportunity. I encourage you to participate actively and make this event a success. Registration details are available at the registration desk.